Om Shanti. Good to see everyone again.
Om Shanti.
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 Today's Baba's Murli, if you have heard, Baba is talking about how much love Baba has for all children. And then Baba said, Baba cannot bear to see children's weakness. So children's weakness is like Baba's weakness. And Baba also said one more thing. He said, I am your heart's friend. I am the friend of your heart. Very nice way of saying. So I was thinking it's a very beautiful relationship, and you should try it at Amrit Vela. It becomes very, very powerful. It has always been my experience at Amrit Vela. When I say deeply from my heart, Mera Baba, the experience is very powerful. The word has a special blessing. So if you say it from your heart, immediately it's like the intellect is filled with so much love. So I would like you to try and see how deeply you can experience Baba's love. Also, we must understand one more thing, that Brahman sanskars can only be created when we experience very deep love of Baba's love. Our sanskars can only change if Baba's love touches our sanskar. And I also remember Dadiji Prakashmani saying, what is law? In Brahmin life, Brahmin law is just Baba's love. You will automatically obey all laws of Brahmin law, Srimad, when there's love. So ultimately, whatever we are doing, everything is Baba's love. And so those touched by Baba's love, and that is why Baba's children have become great in this whole cycle, because of Baba's love. Okay, I thought of sharing this to you, but you must try to experience that Amrit Vela. It's very powerful. Okay, Om Shanti, let's continue. By the way, yesterday's topic, I think, was it very heavy for you? Was it very difficult? Because I know I was speaking for more than about 2 hours and I didn't give you a break at all, right? So in case you need a break in between, you can put in the chat, because I am so used to teaching and running training, and sometimes I forget to give others a short break. Okay, of course there was traffic control, but if you need a 5 minutes break, please put in the chat. Okay, all right, thank you so much. So let's move on. Yesterday's topic was quite heavy, but I hope, let's move slowly. We are trying to get used to things. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen now. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, so this is what we did yesterday, but it needs to be a little bit fine-tuned. So I hope you have the same thing, something like me. And there was one brother, I didn't get his name, I forgot his name actually, who actually did something very nice. He put 2 rows of picture, and then he put some information here, a picture and information, and bottom also he had nicely done it. So that's very good. Okay, so today I want to show you something else. So firstly, I want to remove this some information here. I think I want to remove it, or maybe never mind, let's leave it. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to show you few other things today. Okay, so let's move on. Okay. Okay. That was Sister Bhavna, but Sister Bhavna, not brother, sorry. Sister Bhavna, who showed me yesterday, she had done something amazing. All right. So it's very good, very good. Okay. So, all right. So if you have problems, you must just stop me and ask, okay? Because our ultimate aim is whatever we learn, we must use for Baba. It's not just for learning and keeping. We must be able to use it somewhere. Okay, so let's move on. So now again, I'm going to go into my Bootstrap today because I want to show you a few other things. Okay, so let's go into Bootstrap. Okay, Bootstrap. Bootstrap 4.6. There's two versions. One is 4.0. So 4.6 is what we have copied the code. So I'm going to go into my Bootstrap. Okay. Now, yesterday we learned about grid, right? Grid. Now, let's learn something else today. Today, I want to show you how to add images. So yesterday also we saw how to add images. Okay, but let's again use the grids again. So I'm going to choose today image again. Image, yeah? Responsive images. So this is yesterday. I think we did use this, if I'm not mistaken. We did use this. All right, and then we did see about grid system, correct? Grid are boxes. So this one we have already seen. Now what I want to do today is, I want to use a single picture, only one box. So this is actually a box. A grid is a box. So this whole thing is actually a box. All right. So I'm going to take this up. I'm going to use this. And I'm also going to use today we are going to learn about cards. Cards, overlay. I'm going to show you first. So this is called a card. It's actually an image with some wording on top. Because maybe when people come to your website, the first thing you might want to show them is an image, big image. Maybe you want to show them an image. Can you see? But this image here, this is the image. Can you see? This is the image. Okay. And then we have a card title. The card title is here, H5. Can you see that? H5, that's the card title. And then we have slightly lower here, which is the text, card text, which is below here. Okay, card text. And also another one, card text also. So this is how we enter the text on the card. Okay, so if you want to enter a text on the card, then we use this name, image overlay. What is an overlay? That means the wording is on top, over, laying, it's laid over the card. That's what it means. And this card image, the image behind here, this is the image. That one is shown by this. You see, image, card image. You see that? All right. Now, the next one is, here they have mentioned the text is white. Remember we did this yesterday? That's why the color of the text is white. You can change it later. But if you copy directly, the text might disappear because it's white. So if your background is white, it might disappear. You might want to change it to dark. Okay, so this whole thing is called a card. Okay, all right? So there are many types of card. Look at that, next card. This is a horizontal card. So we can also use this. Can you see? Put an image here. And then you can put your title. Example, you can put here lesson 1 about soul. And then you can type here. So when people come, let's say they want to know what is your meditation course about. So this is the image you show. Put the soul and then explain a little bit about lesson 1. Can you see? Or if you want it in another way, lesson 1, what is it? Text, but this one has got no image. So this has an image. This looks nice. Maybe I want to use this today. Let's try and see. So my aim is to, now that you have known how to use the name, the margin, you have known, I've exposed you. Now we must try to use the various designs that they have, because it's very simple. It's just copy and paste. You don't have to type anything. You just copy and paste. But the good thing about this is there's a lot of choices. So it's up to your own creativity how you want to do it. All right. Some of us might be using what we call a CMS, content management system. There are many companies which actually provide that, where it's like a block. You just take and fix it. You could, but the choices are limited. So in this, once you learn, and every time you want to do something different, you have to depend on the system. But here, you can do it. There's no limit to your imagination. Okay, so this is the second type of card. So I think I'm going to choose this, and I'm also going to take this and put this both inside. That's my aim today. We might also want to try this. I'm going to put 4 parts, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm also going to do that. So there are various colors. Can you see? These colors, green, red. Remember yesterday we saw the color. Let's take a look. Can you see? Now the color, secondary means different color. Primary means blue color. Success, I think, is green, and so on. We saw yesterday, correct? Okay. Now, so let's move on a little bit more. What else is there? Then plain card, no color. Just now is color, now it's plain card. Let's move on a bit. What other cards are there? The cards are here. There are also different kind of cards. Look, there's an image on top, then the explanation below. Can you see? Let's say you have a public program. You want to put a small something here and then explain. Or you want to explain various points of Gyan with an image. So we can use this kind of image. Okay, what else is there? Or another one is image and card. Image and card. Okay, so let's say you want to put Dadi's picture. Let's say we put Dadi Prakashmani here. And then Dadi Janki here. Gulzar Dadi here. And then explain who are they, who are they, who are they. Or maybe you want to explain in your country who is the Brahma Kumari's head, and then who is the secretary. Maybe somebody wants to know. Yes, then you put their image here, and then you put it. So this could be useful. All right. So these are the various types of cards. Another type of card is this. All right. What else is there? All these are cards. Let's go through first and see. Also, this is slightly bigger. This is slightly bigger. That means it can fit like this, horizontal. This now was vertical, straight. This is a bit more to the side. So we have this kind of cards. What else is there? Okay, almost similar. Okay, I think more or less we are getting it. Okay, all right. So now these are more flexible cards. Can you see? Some are small, some are big. So they sit like this. So if you want to be a bit more creative, you can arrange it like this. That's also useful. So you just copy this. So this entire pattern comes out. Maybe you want to put a quote, a daily quote, like you have quote slogans, then they might be able to come into this. So that means your website might have slogans, daily blessings, so many things you can create. It all depends on your creativity. Okay, good. All right. All right. So these are all the components. All right. So these are called cards, which is here on the left-hand side. Can you see? Then if I click buttons, can you see buttons here? Buttons. Then we can also have buttons. Like if I click this, it will take me somewhere. We can also add buttons. You see? So all this is clickable buttons. Okay, there are many types of buttons. Let's take a look at what is breadcrumb. Breadcrumb. Breadcrumbs are like this. One info here, another info here, another info here. So this is called breadcrumb. Badges, what are badges? Badges are this. This is called badges. Not clickable, but it's just something here and you're showing, maybe it's telling you something. Something new, updated today. Because you have daily, you have something. And so yesterday's becomes old, today is new. So you want this badge over here. That's also possible. All right. All these are called badges. Okay. So, okay. All right. So you can just alerts. What is alert? Okay. These are just colors. That means instead of a header, you want a header with a color. So you just choose this. So it's a header. And then below that, you have some notes. Okay. All right. Good. So let's, I hope you, there are many stuffs here. So slowly we can actually explore, but I'm just want to show you today. So let's go into our first one. Okay. I'm going to take a grid again. Remember, you're quite okay with grid, isn't it? So I'm going to choose a grid. So always use grid because then everything will sit nicely inside. So again, I'm going to take the 3-column grid. I'm going to copy it. All right. You know how to do this, right? Copy. So let's go back to our number 2, right? Test 2. And I'm going to copy. I'm going to go below yesterday's picture. Remember yesterday's picture? All right. So I'm going to make a line here. Don't worry if you can't make. It's okay. All right. And then I'm just going to copy it here. Paste it here. All right. So I've got 3 columns. Remember the 3 columns? Okay. Good. But now today, I just want to have 1 column. That's it. I just want to have 1 column. You can't see. What do you mean? Sorry, am I sharing it? Anybody, everybody can see my slide? Why are you saying can't see? Example, I'm sorry, again. Something is not right.
Bootstrap we can see, but not the Sublime.
Okay, so again, I'm going to share. I think I picked the wrong ones. Okay. All right. Okay, let's stop share. Thank you. I'm going to share again. Okay. Okay, now you can see my Bootstrap. Okay. Now I'm going to go into my, now you can see it. I've actually just pasted here in my Sublime. I've pasted it. And what I want you to do is remove the 2. Just keep 1 column. Just keep 1 column. All right. And remove the others. Careful when you remove. Don't remove any unwanted diffs. So remember, you click here and then you click here. You must know the partner. Remove the partners together. So I've removed them. All right. Can you do that for me first? Make sure you're okay. Copy the grid and just keep 1 column for me. Just keep 1 column. Okay. Okay. All right. Now let's go back to our Bootstrap. Okay, I'm going back to my Bootstrap. Remember to save. Don't forget. Remember to save. Control S. Remember to save that. Okay, it's Control S. Good. Now let's go back to my Bootstrap. And please type cards overlay. Cards overlay. All right. So I'm going to have a cards overlay. Now I'm going to use this. I want to try to use this. Okay. Let's copy it. Let's copy it. Let's copy. I've just copied it. Okay, so cards overlay. Please copy it. And then go back to your Sublime. Please paste it on the area where you have the one of the 3 columns. Paste it there, please. Could you just paste it there? All right, just paste it there. Okay, I'll wait for you. You do first. All right, let's paste it. So copy the overlay, cards overlay, and then let's copy them there and paste it here. All right, I've pasted here. So I've got something like this. Okay, I've got something like this. Okay, let's save it and see what appears. I'm going to save it. Okay, please save it. Check what happens. Let's check. Okay, refresh. Please click the refresh button. Don't forget. I can't see anything, but what I can see is a black line. Can you see a black line? Black line. Now, what's the reason for that? Now, let me make this bigger. Now, if you see this, there's a small image here, like a image. It's saying that there's no image. Because there's no image, this thing will not appear. You see that? It will not appear. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to my Bootstrap first. Now, what I want to do is, I want to change this text. Can you see this text? I'm going to change it to text, not white. I want to change it to dark. I want to see what happens. So I'm going to change it to dark. Please try that. I'll wait for you. And then check what do you see in your web page. All right. Change the text white to text dark. Okay. Then go back to your website. Refresh. Let's see what happens. Now, which means, look, the text is there. But the image is not there because I did not put any image. So now I need to put an image, right? So let's go and see which image you want to put. So I'm going to go back to my folder. I'm going to go back to my folder. My folder is, look under your folder, look under images. I think I want to choose picture number 9. Shall we choose picture number 9? Okay. So I'm going to choose picture number 9.jpg. All right, JPEG. So I'm going to take back to my Sublime. Now, where do you paste? Can you please tell me? In my number, I've got 169, 170, 170, 172, 173. Where do you think I must paste? If you know, you can just type. Thank you. SRC, correct, the source. Yes, so let's remove the 3 dots. Do you know how to put that? You must put your folder first. I'm going to go slow because I want you to try first. Images, must put slash, am I right? Then choose the picture, PIC9, right? Of course, you can choose any picture. You can choose any picture, doesn't matter. And then don't forget to put JPEG, JPG, because if not, it won't read. The format is very important, right? The format is very important. Let's check what happens. Okay. Okay. So I've saved it. Please save it. Make sure you save it. Okay. And then let's reduce this. Go back here. Refresh it. I've got something coming up. I've got this coming up here. Okay. But however, the picture appears to be too big for me. I don't like this. Because remember, you need to reset that Control 0 first. Make sure it's 100%. Make sure your slide is actually 100%, your screen. If not, you'll be actually doing it in a wrong way. So now I don't like this thing because it's too big. All right, it's too big. And also, this looks like a nice picture, which means maybe I want this picture to be right on top here. How would I do that? So can we try? Can we move this entire thing where? Let's put it up here. Let's try to put it up here. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, I'm going to try that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this whole thing, the picture. Let's see what happens. I'm going to copy this whole thing. Control C. I'm not going to delete first, all right? I'm not going to delete first. I'm going to go up to right on top. Where must I go? Right below the navigation. Remember the navigation? How do I know the navigation? This is the navigation, the UL, there the NAV, nav, correct? I'm going to paste it somewhere here. I can paste it anywhere here, all right? So I'm going to paste it somewhere here. Let's give some space. Okay, I'm going to paste it here. Okay, that means I'm going to paste it where? Above this video here. I'm going to just paste it over here. All right, let's see what happens. Control V. So I've got that thing there. All right. Okay. Could you try that? See what happens? And then save it, and then check your web page. Anything coming up? Then if it works well, then you can delete the bottom part. But careful, whenever you delete, before you delete, you must always click and check the partner diffs. If not, you might delete the wrong stuff. Okay, does it work for you? I hope you're okay. So let's check. But of course, it will be a bit out of position, it's touching and so on. But it looks good because that's your landing page. All right. Now, the first picture that they see is very important because it's going to create an impact. It's going to create an impact. So you need to choose a very, very nice picture. Okay. So this picture is just for testing purpose. But remember, you need to create a nice picture either in Photoshop or PowerPoint or something. All right. Okay, good. So now I'm going to delete the bottom part because I don't need it anymore. All right. So let's delete that stuff at the bottom. So I'm going to go back to my subline. Let's delete that. So now you know how to move things around. Careful when you delete. You click and then check the partner and then remember the number 180 to 195. Then you delete. Because once you delete a wrong stuff, many things will go wrong. Okay, so save it. Okay, done. All right, good. So refresh. I've got this. Okay, now. Now I've got two problems here. All right, number one, this whole thing here, the text is a bit long. I don't want it to be very long. Okay, I don't want it to be very long. I just want it to be somewhere here. Okay, I can adjust that. And number two, I don't want the picture to be very big. I want the entire picture that when they come, they must be able to see it within this screen. I just want it up to here only. Which means I'm going to delete some parts at the top. All right, because here you can't see the Shiv Baba, doesn't matter. What people want to see is maybe they just want to see people meditating. And maybe part of the lotus might also go off. Okay, so I'm going to cut this person, cut this photo right at the circle on top. Somewhere here. I'm going to cut and we're going to do it together how to cut. It's quite easy. I'm going to show you. Okay, I'm going to show you. All right, ready? Okay, now let's move on. So how do you cut this photo? Without really opening up any softwares or whatever. I mean, like Photoshop or what. Let's do it simple, all right? So what I'm going to do is, I want you to type and open your Paint. Do you know Paint? I think if you have heard, just type Paint here, all right? Just type the Paint, type Paint here, and then it will come. Mine is already at the bottom taskbar here. So I'm going to click the Paint, and then the Paint opens. Are you okay? Can you open the Paint? Make sure you're opening it because I don't want to leave you behind. Okay. So once you have opened the Paint, this is Paint. Useful stuff. Now open File and open your picture number 9. Go and look for picture number 9, which is under, my case, this folder. Look for that folder under Images and look for picture number 9. Click on picture number 9 and then open it. Okay, it's just like opening a file. So my picture number 9 now appears here. Okay, let me make it a bit smaller. So I'm going to make it smaller. All right. Just control and move your mouse. Scroll your mouse. It should become small. Or the adjusting here is at the bottom. All right. It's here. Okay. All right. So this is where you adjust. It's at 50%. Okay. Good. That's it. It's quite easy. I'm just using a simple tool. All right. Now, why am I using this? Because it will auto update my website. It's quite easy. Okay, let's check. Yeah. Okay. So what now I'm going to do? I'm assuming I'm going to use this rectangular selection. Just select. Okay, select. Just click select is good enough. Now, just click Control A. Once you press, again, watch, there's nothing here. Okay. But once you press Control A, that's it. You'll see a dotted line coming around happening here. And then you just hold the picture and just move the picture up. How much do you want to cut or chop? That's it. Done. Can you see that? Just nicely cut it. Are you able to do that? I'm going to show it to you again. Undo, huh? Okay, again. First step, you just click on the picture. Click on the picture and just say Control A. Control A means everything is selected. So you'll see a dotted line appearing around the picture. Then you just hold the picture and then move it up until where you want to cut. Okay, I just want to cut it here. But keep it inside the white square. Done, finished. Then you just click outside. Okay, click outside, click outside. Are you okay? You try first. Make sure you're getting it. I'm sure you can. Those who are using Mac, I'm not sure whether you have a paint, but of course you might have another way of cutting it. All right, you need to figure that out. Mac definitely will have something. Okay. Now then what do you do? Now at the bottom here, there will be a small button. Okay, just pull it up, and then stop at the picture. Done. You see? Again, undo. Those who didn't see it. Now, at the bottom of the white box, there is a small dot at the bottom here, small dot here. Just drag it up until the picture and stop. Done. You have finished the picture. And all you have to do now is just click on the save button. Website is automatically updated. Now let's click and see. Shall we click? All right, let's click save. I've just saved it. Let's go back to our website, see how it looks like. Okay, everybody's okay? All right, I'm going to go back to my website. Any problems, let me know. All right, refresh. There, you got, nice. It just fits nicely, and that's what I wanted. So that's what I wanted. When people land, they must be able to see the whole thing. But however, just now when I cut, look, this part was not good. You see, in my side here, there's a small part here. There's a white line, which means I didn't position it properly. Let's go back and do it again. So let's click back your paint. And so let's move this picture a little bit. Use your arrow and move it. I think you can. Okay, let's move it a little bit. I've moved it. Can you see? I'm again. Control A first. Control A. Select all, and then you can move it. Can you see? You can move it. Okay, move it nicely. All right, move it nicely. Move it nicely. Okay. And if you feel there's a white line on the right hand side, doesn't matter. Just pull this dot little bit. Click outside. Click outside first, and then you can pull this dot inside a bit. Cut. Okay. And then if you feel bottom needs a little bit more cutting or chopping off, yeah, you can, so that there's no white line appearing. It's all done. Just save it. It should update. Okay. All right. So of course you can also do it in PowerPoint where you cut, or you can use other snipping tools. It's all possible. Okay. But I just find this quite easy. I want to show it to you. So I'm saving it. Done. Okay. It is saved. Okay. All right. So now I've got someone here sitting here. Now, but I don't want it to be touching the top part. My picture is touching the top part. What do you do? So you have to have margin top. Am I right? Can we add margin top? You know how to do margin top, right? MT dash 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Choose one. All right. So I'm going to go back to my subline. All right, where is my picture? Let's go back up. Where's my picture? Right here. Picture number 9 at 117. And I'm going to go to my container. Can you see the container is the box? And I'm going to say, all right, container, I need a margin at the top. I need a margin at the top. So I'm going to type, okay, we want to try empty, maybe empty 3. I don't want too much margin. So save it. Let's see what happens. And then empty 3, yeah? You all know how to do empty 3, right? Beside the container. Okay, what's empty? Margin top, 3 pixels or something like that. Okay, refresh. Okay, it has moved down a bit. Are you getting it? That's it. If you're still not happy with the photo, you can even somehow snip it until the lotus. That's also fine. But this looks okay for me. But the text doesn't look good now because the text is dark text and the background is black. So it should go back to text white, correct? Text white, white color. So let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. So I'm going to go back to my subline and then change the dark text dark, into text white. Okay, white. Text white, and then save it. Okay, save it. All right, try and see what happens. Save it, don't forget. All right, I think you know this stuff. If I'm too fast, just tell me, looks logical. However, I'm not so happy. Why? Because when people land here, I want this title to be big. Now, think carefully. What do you want them to see? So how do you want this page to be? Are you trying to promote meditation? Or are you trying to promote the spiritual university? That is why you must know clearly what you want to put. So in my case now, I'm trying to show it's a meditation place. But if you want to put the spiritual university, or if you want to promote your retreat center, then you have to put that photo, and your wording will also change. Are you okay about this? Okay, good. All right. So I hope you're okay. So now that we know how to add this card, and we know how to add this title, okay. Now, once you do all this, okay, once you do all this, you must keep checking for something. Now, what do you need to check? You need to check whether your website, when you see on a laptop and when you see in a mobile screen, how will it look like? You need to check. Okay, you need to check that. Now, I want to make this big. I want to make this big because it's too small, but let's check. It looks small right here. It looks quite small here. But let's check in a mobile. How does it look in a mobile? Now, how to check in a mobile? So I'm going to tell you if you're not sure. Put your mouse anywhere here, and right click. Right click. Can you see right click? Just right click. Right click here and click on inspect. Can you do that for me? Click on inspect. It comes out here. You can adjust this screen. You can also adjust this screen. Okay, that's fine. All this I'll teach you slowly, no rush. But now what's important is, doesn't look so good here. Now, look at the top here. What does it say? This is an iPad view. iPad view. So if somebody opens in the iPad, it's going to look like this. It's not looking good at all. Can you see why? Because my video is here, but my wording has gone so big. It doesn't look good. Can you see? It doesn't look good. And another problem is, my wording now here, my wording now at this point is now on the face of the yogi. Also not good. It's not flexible. We need to make it flexible, not difficult. You have learned it, but I'll show it to you again. Now, let's check another dimension here. I'm going to change into, what phone are you using? iPhone X? Okay, or 6, 7? Well, let's click iPhone X. In iPhone X, it looks like this. Better here, better, because it came down. And then my images are below, but my images have got no space, doesn't look good. They're like sticking to each other, doesn't look good. So this is an iPhone. Another problem is, look, the image is here, but the wording now is all over. Doesn't look good. Right, now let's take a look at Samsung phone. What phone? What do we have a Samsung here? You can add actually. You can edit and add your own phone. But I'm going to choose Galaxy 9. So in my phone, it's going to look like this. Not so nice because the title is on the yogi. And it's too big. The titles are too big. The supporting words are too big. I need to change it. Are you okay? All right. So let's try to do something like that. So now first thing I want to adjust is the card title. Okay, good. So now what have you learned here? You need to right click and check inspect. Then you can check your phone. Which phone are you using? How will it look like? And so on. Okay. All right. So now you have understood how to inspect. Let's make some modifications here. Okay. All right. So let's close this up. The closing is here. All right. Can you see now the words are here, but just now the word was on top of the yogi. Okay, good. I'm going to delete this thing. I'm going to delete this thing because I don't think I need this. I just want to keep one enough. Okay, I'm going to delete this stuff. And I'm going to make this card title big because right now it is too small. All right, it's too small. So let's go back to my subline. I'm going to delete this is a wider, this P at 125, I'm going to delete that. Okay. I've got this one text right now. Good. And the card title is H5. Now, H5, H1, H2, what does that mean? Is the sizes of the fonts. But these fonts are fixed size. Can you see it's fixed size? So the size here is maybe 30 pixel. But when you look into your phone, it's also going to be the same size, which means it's going to look bigger because your phone size is small. So the font size is not changing. So we need to change that. So how do we change the font size? Okay, all right. So you can actually change this H5 to just P also if you want to. Or you can just put here, remember yesterday we learned style, how to do style. Click after the inverted comma. So I'm going to do that now. Click style, please. Type now, style. Tab. Okay, you got it? And then please choose font size. Can you please type font size? You type your own. I'll wait for you. Type font size. Let's choose 3, yeah? Not pixel. I don't want pixel because we want responsive. Responsive is what? 3VW. Let's choose 2 or 3VW. Let's check this. I'm going to put 3VW. But no, that's not right. I need to choose font size. Okay, 3VW. It's about 30 pixel, but it is responsive. Is responsive means what? It changes according to the type of font, type of phone you're using. Can you see? So instead of using pixel, if you are going to look in the phone, then we should use VW. Let's save it. Let's see how it looks like on the card. All right. It looks big. Good. I like that. Okay, looks big. Let's change this name to something. What do you want to change it to? Shall we just put what? Open eye meditation, or learn how to meditate. It's fine, whatever you like. Learn to meditate. Meditate. And then I'm also going to use this cut text below. And I'm going to type here in this cut text. I'm going to type unique open eye meditation. Open eye meditation. Okay, it's up to you. I'm just testing only. Please save it. Let's see what happens. Okay, what happens? Looks good. Looks good. Okay. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's see what happens. Now, this is small, right? Can you see this is smaller than this? Now, can you do an inspection for me? Please inspect. How you inspect? Right click. Let's do it together. Right click. Right click. So look at what has happened. The unique open eye meditation is now bigger. Why? But the learn to meditate has become smaller, because learn to meditate is responsive. What's the meaning of responsive? It changes according to size of the phone. Let's take a look at iPhone X. How does it look like? Same thing. Which means now I need to change the size of the second text also into VW. Can you do that? Will you be able to do that? Let's try. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. Also, I want to make this a bit bigger. I want to put this as 4VW. Let's try 4VW, see what happens. And this one, I'm going to make it 3VW. All right? Make this 4, make this 3. See what happens. Okay. All right, so let's try. I'm going to make this into 4. Okay. Now, how do I add this? Do you know how to do it? How to do? Same thing. Click after the inverted comma. Type style. I was already suggesting to you style. Again, put in the font size. And then let's try, shall we try 3VW or 2.5 VW? I'll leave it to you. Let's try and see. Okay, font size. I'm going to go for 3VW. Save it. Let's check. Everybody's okay, right? Let's refresh. Wow, this looks too big. It looks a bit big. It's working, but it's too big. But in the front page, it looks too big, because I want the header to be bigger and the explanation to be a bit smaller. But let's inspect and see how it works. All right, let's check the inspection. So right click, inspect. Still it is overlapping the yogi. I don't like that. In my iPhone is overlapping. Galaxy, it is still overlapping a little bit. So which means I probably need to choose 2.5. Let's try 2.5. All right, let's try 2.5. Okay, I'm going to try 2.5. Okay, 2.5. Okay, save it. And I'm going to make the learn to meditate, also change it to 4.5. Let's make it big, okay? So I'm choosing 4.5 and 2.5. See what happens, okay? All right, 4.5 and 2.5, refresh, bigger, smaller, perfect, looks good, looks good to me, okay, looks good. Now, let's inspect. Looks better. Looks better in the iPhone. Looks better. Let's take a look at the iPad. There's the iPad. People are also using iPad, isn't it? Looks better in iPad. Only the bottom part is a bit spoiled, but we'll adjust it. Can you see? So now we have to create professional website for both mobile, because most people are on mobile. So VW is very useful because it makes the thing responsive. And Bootstrap is made for phones. It's made for phones. So that is why Bootstrap is very useful. It's responsive. Okay, so my first picture looks excellent. But if you still want to chop off the bottom part a little bit, also possible. I leave that to you, okay? I'm not going to interfere in that. Okay, good. So looks good. When people land here, they're going to see, wow, nice. Good. Now, I want to change this unique open eye meditation to orange color. Can you do that for me? How? This thing, I want you to change the color of this font into orange. How would you do it? So where's the font? First locate the font. Where's the font? The font is this unique open eye meditation. Hey, if you're not following me, you must tell me, yeah? All right? Okay. Now, this is the one. I'll go to your style. Yeah, the style is here. So what we are trying to change, the font color, but for font color, you don't type font color, you just type color. That's it. Because color means font color. Click color. Type orange, please. Type orange. Let's choose orange. Or you want beige? You like beige? You put O, orange. So many comes out. You just type O, orange comes out. You can choose. All right, I'm going to choose orange. Fine, let's check what happens. All right, save it. Save it. Can? Okay, good. So save it. Refresh. Looks okay, fine. Let's try another color. I'm going to choose beige. Beige, light beige. See, once you type B, a lot of things comes out. Beige. I leave it to you. I'm just purposely playing with it because I want you to get used to it. Maybe this is okay. Fine. Is that okay? All right. Good. Hopefully okay. All right. Can. Now next part. Now what font is this? I have no idea what font is this. So do you want to change font? Can you change for me one font? What font would you like to change? Do you know any names of fonts? Maybe which one you like? All right, let's choose something. Calibri. So Sister Bhavna is saying Calibri. Fine. Calibri. Let's try Calibri. So how would you change the text to Calibri? Since you know what is Calibri, okay. Let's try Calibri. How? So we want font family. Can you see font there? Click family, please. Then type Calibri. Remember, you must have the colon, semicolon. The colon and the semicolon. Where is it? Yeah. Where did it go? Here. It doesn't have a colon here. Careful. So you must put a. Let's do it again. All right. Font tab. Choose font family. Okay. Make sure you have a colon and a semicolon. If not, it won't read. You must have opening and closing. Now, what do you want to choose? Calibri? Right, Calibri. Done. All right, let's make this small. So I've got Calibri here. Good. So since you're familiar with Calibri, so I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it. Let's see what happens. It changed. Looks nicer also. It's fine. It's fine with me. You see? Now then it seems to have a problem. What's the problem? What else you want to change? Of course, you can change any color. But I don't want it to be very high on top. I don't want it to be very high on top. I want it to be slightly lower. And also, the gap here is too much. I want to reduce the gap. All right, so I want to reduce the gap. I want to reduce the gap. Okay, now what do I do with the gap? Okay, so now there are a few ways to find out, but most probably between these two, this is a H5. Remember, it's a H5. We are choosing H just now. H will always have a margin below here. That margin is preventing either a margin or a padding. Margin or a padding is below here. So therefore, this word here, this sentence here cannot go up because the margin is blocking. So what I want to do is, for this thing, I want to make the margin bottom 0. Can you do that for me? Let's go back and type margin bottom 0. Where will you do? Either you can, where is it? H5 is here. There's two ways to do it now. Because we have a style. If you have a style, you can just directly type margin bottom. Why don't we do that? Let's try and see. Okay. So I'm going to type margin, and it's going to suggest already. Choose margin bottom, please. Margin. Are you careful when you type? You must type after the semicolon. Margin bottom. Let's put 0 pixels. 0, not O. 0. Margin bottom. See whether anything happens. Save it. Does it move closer? Please check. I wait for you. I just put margin 0 here, right? Those who are a bit slow or finding it a bit. Okay. Margin 0. Margin bottom, not margin, margin bottom. Okay. It actually did go up a bit. Can you see? It actually went up a bit. It looks nicer. Are you okay? It worked for you? Everybody works? It looks a bit nicer. Okay, good. Okay, now let's figure out further. What else you want to do with this thing? Are you happy with this? Okay, if you're happy, it's fine. Let's inspect again. Does it work okay for you? Is it okay? Let's inspect again. Inspect. Okay, looks okay for me at this point of time. All right. But remember, the picture that you choose is very important because it plays a it attracts people. So you need to think carefully. Right now, we are simply using a picture, okay? All right, the picture and the message is very important. Good, looks okay. So when they land on this page, they are saying, wow, learn how to meditate, unique open eye meditation. Good. Now, Sister Bhavna is directly messaging me, asking me, can the main picture be like a carousel? Carousel means you can swipe. You can. But we can have it at the bottom also. The landing picture might be here. But then if you go down, you can have a swiping here. All can be done. I will slowly show it to you. Okay. All right, now. So again, I'm going to repeat this one more time. Stuff. Take a look. What did I just do here? On H5, I just typed in the style. Careful, you must type in the style. Style is normally long word. Can you see? I typed margin bottom and I put 0. Type on the H5, not on the P. H5. Okay. So 0, please put 0. 0 means bottom got no margin. Hopefully okay. All right, good. So that looks okay to me for time being. Now let's go and do more stuffs now. So now that you know how to create a header, you know how to play with this thing. Navigation bar, I've not taught you how to play with it. You're going to do something soon. Okay. Now before that, let's adjust this thing. Because when you inspect, it looks awful. It looks awful in an iPad. It shouldn't be like this. It shouldn't be. You see, it shouldn't be. Why is it like this? Because the font size is not flexible. We are just following a font size which Bootstrap gives. So we need to make it flexible now. So let's make this font flexible. Okay, let's do that again. Where is this? So I'm going to make this font size flexible now. But I want it to look same here. Here must look same. But when it goes to a phone, it must adjust and become like this. You can do that. But then there's another easy way. Now let's inspect again. Let's inspect again. Now, this picture here is very small. Because this is a video. Can you see or not? This is a video. In phone, if the video is half some more, how can you see it properly? Therefore, I want this video to be bigger, not small. Okay? That's in iPad. Now, what do I do? So let me teach you something new stuff. Are you ready for it? Okay. So let's undo this thing. Let's go back here. So right now it's like this. Okay. Now let's study the theory a bit. Now this theory is important because once you understand, then you can start manipulating everything. Now remember yesterday I told you from here to here, from this left corner to until here, we are using grid. But here there is two grid, correct? Two columns. Two columns. So that means right now, each column is how many centimeters, how many units, please remember or not? How many units is from left to right? Did I tell you that? I can't remember. It's 12. So right now, my video is taking 6 units. And this is also taking 6 units. Okay. So that means in a desktop, in a laptop, I want this picture and this words to take 6 units and 6 units. You're following me on that? Good. Now, let's go back to our inspect. I'm going to show you. Now, here, iPad, I also want in the iPad, I also want this video right now. Right now, I want in the iPad, I want the video to take 12, not 6 anymore. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I want it to be full. So from left to right is 12. But if I choose my Samsung phone, then it is taking 12. Right now it's taking 12. The full size of whatever device is called 12. Can you see? So in the iPad, so this phone size is called small size. Small means we use the symbol SM, SM small. But in the iPad, iPad is not a small size, it is medium size. So in the medium size, I want it to take 12. I want it to take 12 size. And in my laptop, which is big size, I only want it to take, which is large size, LG, I only want it to take 6. Are you following me? Okay, so make sure you understand that. Again, I'll repeat. In my laptop, I want it how many units? 6. In my iPad, I want it full. Full means how many units? 12. In my phone, iPhone or whatever phone you're using, I want it full. Full means how many units? 12. Again. So laptop is called large, LG. iPad is called, or tablet iPad is called medium, MD. And phones are called small, SM. Are you following me? We're going to make some changes now. Let's check. Okay, any confusion? Okay. Saya Ben, can we stay in Baba's remembrance for a while? Okay, I'm going to stop this, yeah? Okay, let's stay in Baba's remembrance for a while.
करता है बाबा हम पास तेरे उड़ आए, पास तेरे उड़ आए। जो पिंजरे से उड़कर पंछी नीले गगन में जाए, पास तेरे उड़ आए। जी करता है बाबा हम पास तेरे उड़ आए, पास तेरे उड़ आए। कोई शय ना भाती है अब, याद घर की आती है। करे इशारा किरण तुम्हारी, जैसे हमें बुलाती है। तेरी याद में समा के हम तो तुम सा ही बन जाए, पास तेरे उड़ आए, पास तेरे उड़ आए। बस कुछ पल की बात है, फिर घर चलना साथ है। हाथ में हाथ तुम्हारे बाबा, प्यार की बरसात है। संगम युग में संग में तेरे हर पल मिलन मनाए, पास तेरे उड़ आए, पास तेरे उड़ आए। अंबर से भी पार है, मणियों का गार है। परम शांति विश्राम यहाँ पर, ज्योति का भंडार है। परमानंद सुधा नैनों से वसुधा पर छलकाए, पास तेरे उड़ आए। जी करता है बाबा हम पास तेरे उड़ आए, पास तेरे उड़ आए। जो पिंजरे से उड़कर पंछी नीले गगन में जाए, पास तेरे उड़ आए। जी करता है बाबा हम पास तेरे उड़ आए, पास तेरे उड़ आए।
Om Shanti. Okay, let's move on. Okay, you can see my screen. What was I saying? Yeah. Okay. Now, See, one of the ways you can actually get people coming to your website, let's say you have some students who have just taken the 7-day course. How can you ask them to visit the website? See, remember when the song was going on just now, Shiv Baba's light was here. Now we can put Shiv Baba's light, and then of course there's some music. We can actually tell the student, please come to our website and look at that Shiv Baba's image, that image, point of light. Click on the music, light music, and spend about 15 minutes concentrating yourself for a beginner student. Can you see that? Next, after that, if the slide scroll down, then there's probably the next lesson, another practice 2. Practice of soul consciousness with some picture and guiding them how to meditate and experience soul conscious. Which means the website, people will now come to the website because the website is no more information. The website is a place where it teaches daily practice of meditation. Because some people are now studying online or centers too far. Can you see? So this is how we must start thinking. So one of the pages here will have daily meditation practice. So when the student comes, or you have to inform them in the class itself when you're giving course, click on this, you go here, practice daily in the morning 5 minutes, evening 10 minutes, practice this, and then practice soul consciousness, practice other things. And so every day they will start meditation. So far, I've not seen any websites of Baba's website doing like this. Now think about it. If you feel that is good, it is good. You know why? Because they will be coming to your website, number one, which means connected to you. We don't want them to go to YouTube and see, because some Brahmins will now tell the students, okay, I give you the link, go to YouTube and look at that and meditate. Now, what's the bad thing about going to YouTube? You'll be distracted. There's thousands of videos by the side. So create one place where students practice or something, call it, and then they will come here and meditate with Baba's light. Make it so creative that they come daily and practice this. You get it? Okay. Right. So hopefully it's just an idea. Okay. So think about that. Now let's go back to what we taught again. Now, what did I just say? Here, this is 6, right? This is 6 units. And this is what size? Large size. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to do it. This is what? Video, right? Video and learn to meditate. So let's go back to that. Where's the video? Where is the video? Videos here. The videos here. Can you see? Video. Now, good. What am I going to do? Now look at this word. Look at this word. Column. SM means small. Now please tell me. Can somebody tell me? Can I ask you like a quiz? In a small, what is the unit which I want? Please type somebody who knows. In a small gadget, what is the unit I want from left to right? I want the whole picture. Anyone quick? Let's see. Thank you. Wow. Thank you. Wow. You're all very good. 3 people answered very fast. So I'm going to put -12, which means from now onwards, all the handphones, it's going to be full. Now copy back the same thing. Copy back the same thing. Copy it. Control C. Now let's go to, give some space. What should I put in the iPad? What should it be? Do I want 12? And should it be SM or something else? Please type it out for me, quick. Who can? What should I type here? Should I be SM in the iPad? Thank you. It's going to be MD. It's going to be MD. Do you want it to be full or just half? You want it to be full or half? Just now when we inspect, it was half. If you want, it's up to you. Let's make it full. I leave it to you. You can make it full if you want to. All right, let's try making it full. All right. Okay. MD12. Now, good. Now in my desktop, again, I'm going to copy paste. What do you want it to be? The SM should change to. And what's the number? SM should change to. It's what? It's a big screen. It's called what? LG12. Thank you. Amazing people. Brilliant. Really brilliant. Is it 12? Is it 12 or 6? Come on. It is 6. Correct. It is 6 because I only want half. Now let's do the same for the text. Can you do the same for the text? Which means I'm going to copy the whole thing. I'm going to copy the whole thing and paste it here. Can you do that for me, please? I'm going to wait for you. I'm going to wait for you. All right. I'm going to give you 1 minute. Please make it right. And then copy and paste exactly. Don't copy at wrong place. Don't paste it at the wrong place. All right. And copy for the text also. Copy for the text also. Okay. Copy. Paste. That's cool. All right. Let's save it. Let us save it. Now, please check now what happens. Okay. Good. Done. Let's inspect. See what happens. You ready? Let's inspect. This is what? iPad. Brilliant. Very nice. There, can you see? The video is quite big, which means it's nice to watch because we want big video. We don't want small stuff in the iPad. So it's going to take the entire screen in the iPad or half the screen. Okay. Then let's take a look at the Galaxy. What phone you have? Galaxy. Also cool. Very nice. There. Our text has gone down. Can you see that? But then, you see, the video is this size. It's good. It's taking the whole thing. But I'm not happy with the text. You know why? Because the text seems to be so long, which means the size is too big. I need to make the font size responsive. That means we need to put VW font size. You getting it? Okay, let's try it out. Let's try it out. I'm going to close this. I'm going to change this to a VW. All right, so let's change all this to VW size. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, where is it? Where is it? It's here, H4. I'm not so happy with the H4, but the style is here. Already we have done some styling for H4. Can you please add for me? Anyway, you can add. Let's add behind. Font size. Can you please put font size? Font size. What's the size you want to choose? Let's make sure it's the same size or slightly bigger. It's fine. Okay. Let's choose 2 VW. See how it works. I'm not sure. I'm testing also. I'm not an expert. Okay. I'm not an expert myself. Slightly bigger looks okay to me. If you want it bigger, it's fine. Then put 3 VW. But never mind. Let's leave it. Okay. Let's leave that. And then let's put this as 1 VW. Let's put this as 1 VW or 1.5 VW. See what happens. All right. Okay. Now next, the text. Yeah, the text. The P. Yeah, P. All right. Let's go to here. And let's put 1.5. Let's put font size. Font size. Careful, because I need the semicolon coming in. Careful, huh? Without the semicolon, it won't work. Font size. And then I'm going to put 1.5 VW. Okay, I want it to maintain at the same size that I'm seeing currently. Let's check. Is it the same size? Oh, it's too big. I don't want. So I think we should use 1 VW. Let's do 1 VW, okay, instead of 1.5, because 1.5 looks too big to me. Save. Okay. Oh, that's too small. Let's go for 1.2. You test and see, please. 1.2. Is 1.2 better? That's too small. I'm using 1 and it's too small. So let's try 1.2. Does it work? Let's get back the same size. 1.2. Looks okay to me. I think it looks okay. You want to try 1.3 or 1.25? I leave it to you. Okay, let's try 1.25. Okay, 1.25. Save it. Save it. Refresh. Slightly bigger. Okay, looks good. Looks good. Okay, we have refreshed it. Let's check in our inspect. Where is it? Oh, it's too small. It's too small. Readable is in the phone, but maybe it is too small here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to make it slightly bigger. Let's make it bigger. Okay, it's too small. So I'm going to make it 1.3 or maybe 1.4. Let's try 1.4. Okay, 1.4. Refresh. Okay, slightly small. Let's make it big. Which means it's too small. And then there's a lot of lines going out. I don't want it to go out. So what I can do is I can remove this thing. Why? Because they can click and read for more. Can you see? I can remove this thing. There's too much of info here. I don't want. Okay. Let's remove some of it. I'm going to remove some of it. These are ideas I'm giving you. Okay. Demet is saying, Sister Demet is saying something. Padding top must change, correct? Why? Can you see? Because here, space don't have here, but on top there's a lot of space. Can you remove the padding on top? Let's try and see. Remove the padding on top. Brilliant. Good problem solving. All right. So let's remove the padding on top. It's 30 pixels. No wonder that's a lot. I'm going to just make it 10 pixels. Let's see what happens. I'm changing the padding top. Okay. Let's check. Okay, looks okay. Actually, padding 5 should be okay. Or even padding 0. I think let's put 0. No need padding. Let's remove the padding top because we already have a margin there, right? So let's save it. I'm removing padding top. Delete padding top. All right, let's check and see. Looks good. Looks good. Okay, just nicely fits in. Okay. All right, click for more info. Maybe I don't want the more info here. What I'm going to do is just read more. Just put read more. Okay, adjust it accordingly. So click here for more info. I'm going to remove that instead of, because it's too long. It's too long. I'm just going to say read more. Dot, dot, dot. Finished. Save. See what happens. I'm trying to save some space here. Oh, still comes down. It's okay. All right. Or you can remove some words because the read more is already there. Okay. I'm going to leave this to you because I think you know how to adjust it already. Okay. So let's inspect again. All right. It's a bit small, but I think it's okay. It's still readable because the video is big. This is still readable. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. But as I said, if you want to still make it bigger, then remove some text. Okay. So let's change this off. Okay. Good. The next part. Next is we need to adjust this thing. Now let's forget this thing and let's do something else. Okay. So this could be your homework. You can test out with this. Adjust playing with this. Because if you inspect this stuff, Can you see? This thing it's sticking to each other. What can we do? What should we do? It's at the top. It's at the top. It's at the top. So now, first step is now I'm going to change this some information to an image again. Let's do that first. Okay, I'm going to change that into an image again. All right, I'm going to change this into an image again. All right, because let's do that first. Now, so let's go back, go down. Where is that? Here. Right. So I'm going to remove this H5. And then I'm going to just copy one of these from the top. Can you see? Copy one of this from the top, or copy from the top here, anyone, the image, and paste it here. Could you do that for me? What am I asking you to do? From column number 3, the information, some information, let's remove it. Delete. I'm going to copy one of it from your image. Just copy, Control C. Paste it here. Paste it here. And then you can choose whatever picture. I'm going to choose picture 3. I'm not sure what is that, but let's choose picture 3 or picture 4. Picture 4. Pick 4. Save it. I'm going to save it. Is it okay for you all? I've got 4 columns, 4 pictures, and I'm changed the text to image. All right. Looks okay to me. I've got 4 pictures. However, the only problem now is, it seems that when I inspect, the picture seems to be sticking with each other and there's no margin. Shall we add a margin? Let's put margin top here, M1. Can you add M1 here? Or let's add a padding on top, padding, okay? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go back here because I don't want them sticking to each other. So I'm going to go back to each of this. Now remember, look here, this is not adjusted. This is not adjusted. Can you see? What must you do? That means now, small, this is large desktop, am I right? Large desktop, how many units is each picture taking? How many units is each picture taking? Somebody's answering. Thank you, 3, very good. Now, let's inspect this again, okay? This is my phone. In the phone, I want how many units? 12. In the iPad, how many units would you like? Now look, in the iPad, it's taking how many units? 3, 3, 3, 3. Not good. I want it to be bigger. What should I do? What I want in the iPad is 2 images should come. Image 1, image 2. Then below, image 1, image 2. How many should I adjust? 6. Thank you. So in the iPad, I want 6, 6 because 2 images. 6 plus 6 is 12. So medium will be 6. Large, I want 4. Large, I want 4. Large, I want 4. That means 3, 3, 3, 3. LG 3. Medium should be 6. SM should be 12. Are you following me? All right. So I'm going to show you the easy way. Let's take a look. Or you can just type one and then copy and paste everything. Could you do it for me? I'm going to do it very slowly, but you can do it fast. Now you try this. You try, okay? So if it is small, it should be 12. Full length, undo. Okay, it should be 12. Then copy the whole thing. Paste it again, give some space, careful, all right. There it came here. But the medium, I want, medium, I want 2 images. So which means it's going to be 6 plus 6, 2 images. And then in the large, it's going to be large, LG. I want 4 images, which means it's 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. So it's 3. I want it to look as 3. Done. You see that? Copy the whole thing. Is everybody okay here? Copy the whole thing. Paste it at all the places. You can hold control and paste at the same time. Highlight, control, and highlight everything. Careful when you copy paste, a lot of mistakes will happen. Paste it there. Same time. If you can't do that, it's okay. Do one by one. Let's inspect, please, once you're done. Refresh. Good. Refresh it. You see that? All right, let's inspect. That's an iPad. Nice. Brilliant. I'm seeing 2 pictures. But again, the what do you call it's sticking together, which I don't like. Let's check in Galaxy. Again, one by one. Good. Okay, looks good. But it is sticking together. Good, which means you are now quite an expert in adjusting the sizes, correct? Very good. Now, what I want to do is on top it is sticking, right? On top it is sticking, which means I want to add a padding on top. Padding. Padding means give some space. Can be margin, but let's try with padding. See which one works. I'm going to put padding top. Now, how do you put padding top? Very simple. Because it's at the column, right? Now, let's do all together. How to do all together? Click on the 3 here, the division here. Okay, click here. Hold the control, press control button or command button. Press here. In this way, you can type simultaneously, same time typing. You can type everything same time. What do I want? I want padding top, PT. And I'm going to say padding top is 3. 3 is good. Okay, let's try 3. Are you following me? Of course, if you can't do it, then do one by one. But that's how you can type all together. Don't forget to save this thing. Save it. You okay? Try. Let's check and see what happens. Let's check. Okay, I'm going to go back and refresh. It went down a bit. It's okay. I'm quite happy about that. Let's inspect. Looks more formatted. Looks nicer to me. Can you see that? Looks nice. You can actually have a picture. All right, so now let's check in the iPad. How does it look like? iPad. Also very neat. Looks very neat. Can you see? So people will just scroll down and then they'll keep reading. They'll watch the video. Can you see? Not when you build a product, when you build something, you must not think from your point of view. You must always think from how the customer, our customer is new Baba's children. How the user is going to use it. That's how you must think. Can you see that? How the user needs it. Then accordingly. Now, I don't know, whether you know this Yagya story. Remember in the beginning of Yagya, Baba didn't teach the children that the soul is a point of light. Do you know that? Of course, I think you know that. Baba told them that the soul is in the form of the fire, the flame, like a candle flame. Because that's what the Hindus always thought. Baba didn't teach them, it was a point. Can you see how Baba is teaching? What did he do? He taught them what they needed at that time. Because they are the user, they are the ones who are learning it. So again, when you're designing something, you don't think from your point of view. You need to think from their point of view and what's going to help them to experience Baba more. That is important. You need to think like that. So you cannot have your own ideas and think you are right, and we cannot have that. Nobody's right here, but what the user wants and what will give them a better experience of Baba, that's what we must put up on the website. You get it? We must think like that. Okay, especially those designers. Okay, now fine. Let's move on. So I'm happy with this. Everything is now coming up nice. Let's add some different pictures. Can we do that? All right, let's go back to my Bootstrap here. Again, I'm going to take grid. This time I'm going to ask you to do it now. What I'm going to do, I will tell you the task. What's the task? The task is I want to add a card. Okay, I want to add a card. I want to add this card. This card, this type, yeah? This type of card. Should I add? Yeah. This we already did, right? Overlay. Now I want to add the horizontal card. And I want to add 3 cards. That means I want 1 here, 2 here, 3 cards. That means this whole thing must be at 3 places. 1, 2, 3. Can you do it for me? What's the first step? The first step is you must look for the grid, right? So go and get the grid. Paste 3 grid for me quickly. Can you do that for me? All right. So you get what I want, right? Now go and do this for me. Copy this. All right. Put it there. Put it there. I'll wait for you. So I'm also going to do it. Copy. All right. Let's go down, here. Okay. And I'm going to paste it here. Good. And I'm going to give some space because I don't want to get confused because there's too many divs here. Okay. And then I'm going to remove the one of the 3 column, or maybe you can remove later. Okay, fine. Now you need to go back to your card, copy that and paste it here on this column. Can you do that for me? Paste it here, paste it here, paste it here. Can you please do it for me? All right, let's try. Come on, quick. Save it first, don't forget. Let's go back to search. Look for a card. Where's the card? Go down. Hey, it's missing. Which one did I see? Oh, where's the card? No, let's check for card again. Card and choose layout. Let's choose layout. No. Card and choose one missing. Okay. Which one is that? Somebody help me out. Card styles. Brilliant. Thank you, Sister Bhavna and British. Bye. Please choose card style. Card style. Okay, good. This one, right. Choose horizontal. Horizontal. It should be horizontal cards. Choose this. Copy, please. Copy. Copy. Let's paste it. Where? Here. All right. Paste it. Wow, that's a lot of stuff there. That's why you need to have a clear spacing between. You see? If not, there's too many stuff. Then you get confused. Let's give more spacing. Make sure you're clear. All right? So give more spacing and copy back again in all 3 places. The space doesn't matter. All right? We just don't want to be confused. Now, copy back here. Paste it here. Copy and paste here. I've already copied. So let me paste it here. Good. All right, let's check. Save. But there's no picture, right? There's no picture. You need to put a picture. But never mind. Let's see what happens. I've saved. Everybody has done this. Everybody has done this. Okay, I'm not sure that's going to fit, but let's try. Okay. Refresh. Oh, it doesn't fit because it's too wide. It's too wide. Which means, why don't we just go for 2 cards? 2 cards. Can we do that? Let's remove one. Okay, let's remove one. It doesn't fit. So I'm going to remove one of it. Please remove one of it. The bottom one. Shall we remove the bottom one? Remove one of it. Careful, click first and find the partner, then remove. Okay, so let's click one, remove it. Okay, delete. So now, right now, I've got only 2 cards because the size is a bit big. Save it. Okay, save it. Okay, look, I think should be okay. Looks better. Looks better. Looks better. But I want to add a photo here. Is it possible? How to add a photo? Do you know how to add a photo? I'm sure you can add a photo. Come on, let's go and add a photo. All right, let's add a photo. What photo? Where is it? Look for SRC. SRC. Where is it? There, here. Please type your images. Choose a photo you like. Images/pic. Which picture I have not chosen? Let me quickly see. Let me choose picture. I'm going to choose picture 5 and I'm going to choose picture 3. Maybe picture 5 and picture 8. Picture 5 and picture 8. I think we all have the same picture, right? Picture 5 and picture 8. Okay. All right. So I'm going to copy this thing because I can paste it back bottom. Copy it. Go down to the other SRC. Go down to the other SRC, source, paste it there, and change it to picture 8. Picture 8, save. All right, so let's see what happens. But I think it won't fit. Wow. What happened? It's too big. Something went wrong. I think I did a mistake. Did I make a mistake? It's so big. The picture became very big. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. What is the reason? Good mistake. Now, the reason for this, look, is this what you get? Is this exactly what you got, like mine? Good. Everybody is getting the same thing. Good. The reason is, let's go back to our previous picture. Something on top. I'm going to scroll up. Now look at that. Look at that. Can you see that? Image. What's the difference? No, you can't see. Again. Wait. What is Sister Vinti? Vinti, what are you saying? You didn't get any picture, or what is it? What you're saying? You're saying no to me? Okay. No. Now, doesn't matter. Now, what you see on my slide, the picture is supposed to be only this small, inside here. But now the picture has blown out. Thank you. There Vinti is saying, the fluid part is missing. You are right. You are excellent. Brilliant. Thank you. Look, because why? Fluid means what? Responsive. And so it's missing here. So whenever it's missing, it puts the exact size. It can't adjust. So what we do is copy this class. Are you following me? Do you know what's my mistake? It's not a mistake because we copied from the Bootstrap. I copied this and just paste it here. Just add another name saying, okay, I want you to be responsive. Can you do that for me? Do for both. Again, let's check what happens. Paste it again. Now it should work. If it doesn't work, then something is not so right. I will have to see what is that. Okay. All right, let's check. Hopefully it works. I hope it works. Save our time. It works, but the picture is not good. You know why? Because the size of the picture here is square. So since I've chosen this, I need a square picture. So now, how do I make this into a square picture? So what picture is this? This is picture number 5 and 8. Am I right? I need a square picture so that it fits nicely. Because the size of this is on top is 16 and the height is 9. So what I need is a 9 by 9. Height 9 means I also need the width to be 9. Are you following what I'm saying? So I'm going to do some modification. All right, let's try. So I'm going to take picture number 5 and modify it. Let's go back to our paint. Okay, let's leave this as it is. Let's leave this as it is. Let's go back to our paint. All right, let's remove this stuff. I don't want. Let's close this thing. Is there a close here? All right. Okay, doesn't matter. Just highlight the whole thing. Okay. Can I close this? Yeah, you could. Let's exit. Okay, let's open again. Okay, good. This is my paint again. All right, my paint. Let's open picture number 5. Okay. There's so many ways to do it, to cut the photo. I leave it to you. I'm just using a simple one. Okay. So I'm going to choose picture 5. Can you see that? Picture 5. Oh, that's very big. I'm going to reduce to 50%. Nice, nice. Good. Okay. Now, let's take a look. What is my height here? What is my height here? This picture is, let me write down for you. The size of this is 1920 at the top. And bottom is 1080. When this divide this, it will become equivalent to 16 divide 9. So we call it as 16 times 9, 16 by 9, which is the video size. Or the other one is 1280. You take a calculator and divide and see the answer will be same. Divide by 720. So this answer, when you divide, and when you divide this, is going to give you the same answer. So this is the correct ratio of video ratio. So the pictures of video ratio, but we don't want that. Let me undo all this. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I want to make this, remember the height is what? 1080. So I want to make the height 1000. And also the length now is 1920. I want to make it bring to 1000. Is that possible? Let's try. So what's the first thing I'm going to do? I'm going to click the select. I'm going to click Control A, which means I'm selecting all. And I'm going to move this thing, move. All right, move. Okay. Something like this. Okay. So here it is still maintained at the same height, which is 1080. Okay. So here, let's click outside, and I'm going to just bring this over to 1200. But the sad thing is the intellect is going to be chopped off. Doesn't matter. I'm just, so which means our photo needs to be changed. All right. I'm going to cut it at 1000. 1080. Where's that? This is 1100. This is 1080. Somewhere here. Done. Not so nice. Undo. So what I'm going to do is select it again, all, and move it further down inside. Okay, good. Now I'm going to cut this again, click outside. Now click, bring it close to 1800. Okay, I think, okay. But here I've got some more space. So which means again, I'm going to select all, move it little bit more inside. because I want to make it 1080 height. And the length, the width on top is also 1080. Okay, done. So again, let me go here. I think it's okay. Looks all right to me. Okay, I'm going to save it. Just save it. And it's going to be automatically, hope it comes out. It will. There, can you see? I've got a square foot. Looks nice. Looks okay to me. So this is how you can adjust a photo. I'm going to leave that as a homework to you, for you to adjust this. Okay, you can download any picture, don't worry about it, and then put a nice one. But here the picture is already a bit too small, so maybe you should adjust it nicely. All right, in fact, I think you should get a higher. It's not a real square actually. I think bottom comes to 1200, on top is 1000, so it doesn't matter now. Okay, so I leave that to you. Now, next part, this part is sticking up here. Can you do something about it? What must you do? I don't want it to be sticking up here. What must you do? Quickly. So I need to add some padding. Should we add padding? Where will you add the padding? Let's add padding top. Padding top. So I'm going to add the padding. Yeah, you can add the padding here in the column. Padding top. Padding top. Okay, let's do a padding top. PT3. 3 is fine. Okay, same goes down to the other column. Remember, we have two photos. PT3 -3. Okay, saved. Good. All right. Done. Nice. You can add more PT5 if you want to. That's also okay. Now, good. Now you tell me, how do you want it to appear in the laptop, in the iPad, and in the phone? How do you want it to appear? Okay. So let's inspect. Inspect. How is it? It is appearing by 2. That doesn't look good. Why? I want it bigger. And then the font has a problem. What's the problem with the font? The font is in PX, pixels. It's not responsive. What must you do? You should change it to VW. Remember, VW. We need to change this to VW. So we have a problem there. You need to change that. But I want it to look as one piece. Or it could be 2 piece, doesn't matter. Okay, well, okay. It could be 2 piece or 1 piece. Now that's iPad. How does it look in my Galaxy? It looks okay to me. It looks okay to me, but this must be modified, huh? It must be modified. Okay, so this looks okay to me. I can have longer text, that's fine also. This is excellent. You know why? Because when they're scrolling, they'll see, I'm a soul. They'll read something. Then, who is God? I'll say, I say. So this kind of stuff is excellent for people to read. Okay. So you need to now, so I'm happy with it in the phone, but I want to adjust it in the iPad. I want a single one. And in the large, I want it to become 2. All right. So large is 2 photo. iPad must be 1 photo. Phone must be 1 photo. Please adjust it for me as fast as possible. Let's try. Come on, let's try. You can type together or you can type and paste later. I'll leave that to you. All right. So I'm going to type together. I'm going to press Control. Okay. So I've got 2 here. So in my phone is SM, right? I want 12. Then in my iPad, I want medium. I want also 12. And then in my laptop, I want it large. Large must be, no, I want it large, but I want 2 pieces. I want 6. Are you okay? Let's save it. Let's save it. I'm going to give you time. You check. All right. Okay. We go Go slow, don't rush, because we don't want to make mistake. Once you make a mistake, to check the mistake is going to take time. Rather than that, just delete and redo, okay? Okay, checking might take time. All right, okay, so I'm going to save this. Okay, done, looks good. Let's inspect. My iPad looks like this. Why? Why is that so? Something's not right. Why? Never mind. Let's check the phone. The phone looks quite okay. Phone looks okay. All right, phone looks okay, but my iPad doesn't sound good. It's supposed to be full, but it's only coming halfway. Is that what you see? Is that how you see in your inspect? Are you getting the same stuff? Anybody? Are you getting the same stuff like me? Am I too fast? Okay. Bhavna is saying yes. But never mind, this is a small thing. All right, good. Yes, same, good. Yashna is also saying same. All right, good. Now let's close this. The reason for that, why? Now this width is different now. Look at what Bootstrap has done. Bootstrap has said, look at that. Bootstrap has put a condition. Maximum width, please don't exceed 540. Cannot. So therefore, it is reducing until 540 is the max. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete this. I don't want it. I don't want the maximum width. I'm just saying whatever width, I'm happy because I've adjusted the columns. So let's delete the max width. Can you do that for me? Please delete. The style can be there. Just leave it for a while. All right? Because we might use it later. But don't delete the two inverted commas. Then you might get error. Now, I want you to see something. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this for a while. I just deleted, right? Let's say accidentally I deleted the inverted comma. Can you see that? It shows you have deleted something wrongly, and so there's an error. So anytime there's an error, it's going to tell you, hey, look, there's an error. A red thing appears. The error is you deleted this thing. All right, undo back. I've got this. So I'm going to go down again and remove the max width. Delete that. Save it. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Okay, have you deleted? Refresh, inspect. Brilliant. Can you see? It looks really nice. And you see the image fits nicely. So when people are scrolling, this is really nice to read. There's an image, there's a wording. There's an image, there's a wording. It's really nice to read for iPads and phones. Okay, so most people now will be going through your website and just scrolling and reading because there's so much nice stuff there. Are you okay? Good. All right, excellent. Now, what I want you to do, you see, actually now you're quite ready to create your own page ready. Because you know all the methods, most of the methods, to actually place all this. Okay, I've also taught you video, but now let's go back to my Bootstrap. Your homework is to recreate the whole thing, but now use different cards. Let's go back to our cards. Where's our card? We have done this cards. I'm at cards, yeah, Bootstrap. Card. We have done this. We have also done this. Try this now. Try this. Okay, try, but remember, there's a max width here. Can you see? Now, another thing is called REM. REM is similar to VW, but it is a bit slightly older version. So we don't want this. If you don't want this, just remove it and you can put VW. That's okay. We don't want max width. So what I want you to do is try to put 4 of this. 4 of this under here. Below here, put 4 of that. Just play around because now you know the method. Okay, just play around. Now go down further and look for some other stuffs. You can also try out this. Okay, but make sure you must inspect every time and make sure it works out well. Okay, make sure it works out well. Test it out, test it out. What other cards are there? This is another type of card. Just now it's horizontal. Now it's this way. So I also want you to try 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you need to try this card groups. Also try the colored ones. Colored ones. Where's the colored ones? This one, colored ones. Okay, card styles, background and color. Is there anything else? Okay. Try this out. Try this out. Yeah, try this out. I think that's about all. This is another one. If you have a bigger image, can you see? Bigger image, title is below. This is good. So you've got 3 kinds of variety which I want you to try. But here it could be tricky because 1, 2, 3, 4. So maybe you delete these 2 first. Just use 2 and then repeat. You must do like that. Or you can have all 4, but okay, you test it out. Okay. Okay, I think that's about all. Okay. So now what? I hope you can become, can practice this throughout the week. You know, some of you could be busy, all right? But if you can practice this, and if you think you're okay, then we can actually move to more stuffs, more different stuffs. Okay, all right. Do you have any questions? Now, what you can do is, let me put in the chat. I'm going to put my phone number. Okay, I'm going to put my phone number. Now, what I want you to do, if you have a mistake, all right, if you have a mistake, then just screenshot that and WhatsApp to me. Just say, I've got this problem and I can't seem to solve it. All right, or just screenshot your, what do you call your subline? Make it readable. Don't put everything together. You can, but make it part by part. Screenshot and just say, I can't see my mistakes. Maybe I can detect it for you. All right. Don't feel bad that you're troubling me. No, it is Baba's service. So just send to me. But if I'm busy, I will respond a bit slowly. All right. Phone number is wrong. Why? Oh yeah, I'm so sorry. Look at me. My phone number is wrong because I'm missing a 3. Thank you so much. 0. Sorry again. My mistake. All right. Okay, my mistake. 0 1 3 3 6 4 2 8 8 5. Sorry. All right. So okay, good. I've got 2 3s there. All right. BK Nanda is the right one, not the Nanda. All right. So please take this and WhatsApp to me. Okay. You don't have to feel shy or afraid. No, it's Baba's seva. Just get it done properly and let's do a great seva. That's what we must do. Okay. All right. I'm going to stop sharing. Okay. Do you have any questions so far? Are you okay? Is it too intensive? Is it too difficult for you to follow? Let me know. What are you all feeling? Is it okay? Can you catch up? Is it too difficult? So far, okay? All right. I needs practice, correct. You need to practice. Just keep practicing, okay? By the end of 5 or 6 weeks, you should be good already. Now, by the way, next week, Saturday, we don't have class. Why? Because Baba's coming online. So most of us will practice silence. Okay. So I will see you on Sunday. Sunday, same time. Okay. So Saturday, we don't have class. Take note, yeah? All right. Thank you so much. Okay. Anything else? Okay, Sister Chaya, can we just finish this? All right, thank you. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to Baba. Take care of yourself. Don't forget what I told you. What was that? Can you remember what I told you? Anyone? What was that? What was the most important stuff I told you? Anyone can remember? All right. Maybe you're thinking, what was that? Most important thing is, at Amrit Vela, you must try to experience deep love of Baba. Om Shanti. Sister Chaya, let's have Baba's remembrance. Om Shanti. We will stop here. Om Baba. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Okay, I will stop here. Om Shanti. Oh, okay. All right. It's okay. Thank you. Okay, I will end the meeting here. Okay. Om Shanti.